Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm King Dino, and on this episode we're going to be picking up our really good friends Laura and Rob's brand new caravan. Can't wait to hit the road with them. Now stick around to the end because Rob and Adam have come up with a big surprise to surprise Laura to celebrate their brand new van. So stick around, it's going to be awesome. Alright guys, well let's get this video started so we can get to the end and show you what Rob and Adam got up to. So as you may know, our friends Laura and Rob have brought themselves a van from La Vista. This is called the Quokka van. We've got Shane today who's going to take us right through the van and show us how it all works and how to set it up and pack things up. Alright, so let's start now. So what are we looking at today?
This is a 17'6" Quokka. It's got the 2.8 independent suspension on it. This van's basically off-road caravan. We designed it a few years to be as an on-road, but it's actually morphed into a off-road van. You've got all your off-road features with your DO35, your stone guard, toolbox, underneath protection for your plumbing. It also comes with the EnerDrive system, so your 2000 watt inverter, 40 amp charger, 40 amp DC to DC. These customers have gone with a change with the actual fridge. They've gone for the Freeway Techford fridge and a few other little changes in the van. Basically, yeah, it's ready to be picked up as we speak, so we're just doing a little run through.
Fantastic. Well, let's go in and check out all the systems.
Yep. Look through. You've got your fire extinguisher here.
Yep.
You've actually got a label on the back that's got it printed from the date of manufacturing and stuff. Basically, it's very simple. Just lift the tab, pull the pin, and then go for it. But just be mindful that you're probably only going to get about maximum of maybe 10 seconds out of it, if that.
So Laura, stay away from the oven, yeah?
She will. Anyway,
Yeah.
so basically just use it if you really need to.
Yeah.
But obviously a fire's a fire, so you're going to...
I've never always wondered, those extinguishers, electrical?
this one does the combination of all of them. So it's electrical, you know, so it's that's a good idea, especially for like the stove area, because stuff happens and the blankets aren't good. You can just put one on the inside of the cupboard, and how they work is you just open up the bottom of the tab and then pull them down. So I'll probably suggest to put it in maybe the cupboard door. Yeah. That way there you can drop it down. If you want to jump through, we'll start off with the EnerDrive system. Basically you've got a 200 amp battery. You've got your 40 amp charger, your 40 amp DC to DC, and your 2000 watt inverter. So basically with this unit, you shouldn't have to touch anything with it. Why I went with EnerDrive originally was their support group. So basically if you have any problems, you know, when you're away and stuff, you can actually ring up the people that have actually produced it and made it. Yeah. Because there's going to be times that we're not here, and a simple phone call to them, and they can explain, you know, type of, you know, if there's any issues with it. They're pretty much bulletproof. you will maybe have issues with fuses blowing here and there, but as you can see, they're fairly accessible there.
Yeah.
So it's just, you'll see the lighting on the inside there. So if there is a fuse that's blown, a light will come on.
Okay. Yeah.
And then that way there, you'll know which one that you have to charge. But just as a basic rule, try not to tamper around with it.
Yeah.
Just let it do its job.
Yeah.
In saying with the inner drive and the electrical system, this van is it's off grid to a certain point.
Yeah.
So obviously, because you've got 200 amps of battery, you can run your air conditioner. But by running your air conditioner, I'd probably suggest to run it for 20 minutes and then turn it off and then use your fans.
Yeah.
Because that can draw anywhere up to 80 to 100 amps an hour.
Good.
So basically, if you left that on for 2 hours at full
done.
blast,
Yeah.
you got no battery system.
Yeah.
So the main drawers out of the van are going to be your air conditioner, your microwave, your pump, kettles,
Yeah. Yeah.
toasters,
Yeah.
stuff like that draw a lot of power.
Yeah.
So if you don't really need to use them while you're off grid, don't use them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if if you're sitting by the fire when you're off grid and stuff, take a little billy or whatever and heat up your water outside compared to using your kettle. Just little things like that.
Yeah.
Just and if you're not in the van, keep everything closed, keep it dark. That way it's going to stay cooler.
Yeah.
The more you've got everything open, obviously, the more heat and stuff. You just got to be mindful. But you'll find your spot.
Yeah.
You'll find what's good for you. That's your diesel heater there. So basically, you don't have to touch that as well.
Yeah.
On the top here, that's your gauge. Oh,
Big
sorry.
diesel
mate.
heater.
Yeah, that's so basically fairly simple. Just turn it, and then it's on. You'll see the little green light. It hasn't got like 20 degrees or anything, but you'll soon start to find out by the dial where your sweet spot is.
Yeah. I'm guessing high is going to be pretty damn high.
They, being a small van,
Yeah.
they work really good.
Yeah.
So you'll find that they heat up really quick.
Yeah.
And it has got a thermostat on it, so that it will cut in and out when all of that thermostat stuff's in here. Basically, that's your fly screen, that's your shade. You can do it in either ways. I always suggest to hold them here.
Yeah.
Or hold them both there. I wouldn't suggest to, they are temperamental. I wouldn't suggest to grab it here and pull it.
No. Yeah.
Because they are string based. So if you whack them out of alignment, they all have to be retensioned and calibrated into their position. So just take the time, just do it nice and slow, instead of like really grabbing them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they can become temperamental.
Yeah.
Here's your actual window, so that's your locking system there. These work two ways. So you'll hear the click. So I think there's 3 or 4 positions in it. So the slower you go, it actually works better.
Yeah.
So I'm just hear the click.
Yeah.
Some may like push it, you won't get what you need. But you've got 2 options. Be mindful of these tend to fall off. It's just that the threads on them is quite small, so just be mindful that, like you can see this one, when you're at the caravan park, you mightn't realise it will drop off. You'll shut your door and then you'll realise, oh, I'm missing one of those. They're basically just to do it manually. So you can put it in any position,
okay.
tighten
You
them,
can do
so
it.
you can do it both ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then basically to drop it down, pick it up, and then drop it down, and then lock it either way, and then tighten these up again. Just hand tight, you don't have to go crazy with them. The Quokka things here. So basically, they swivel, they come down different positions. They've got on the side here, you've got your fan speeds. So you've got three speeds. And then you've got on the other side, you've got your timing. There's I think it's 3 hours, 6 hours, 9 hours, and 12 hours. I find these really good for the night time. So say, for instance, if it is a muggy night, if you're on main power, let the aircon run. It doesn't matter. But if you're off main power, I'd probably suggest leave your aircon on for a little bit and leave your Sirocco fans on. Maybe just open up a window, get that circulation going through. Just coming through here as well. That's your Wi-Fi system there. So basically, with your Wi-Fi system, it's a Telstra product. Yeah. So you get a SIM card and you have to top up the SIM card as you use it. Yeah. They're not 100% accurate over the whole of Australia. You're going to find places where they work good, and then other places where they don't work that good. It's just it's a product. It does work good, but they're not 100%. Yeah. It's just the way it is. Yeah. That's why
there's going to be places in Australia where you're probably not going to get anything.
Exactly, because you're only as good as where the towers are.
Yeah.
On the top here, that's for your TV reception, for your wine guard.
Yeah.
So basically, that's for your 12 volt, so you can run your television off 12 volt, and that's for your cable for the television.
Yeah. This
button here, it's like a booster. So that will give you like extra coverage if that kind of makes sense. Yeah. I always just leave it on.
Yeah.
Just leave it on, then you know that don't have to worry about it. You've got a switch here on the inside here. That's for your outside speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have the room to put it over there.
Yeah.
So basically, if you want to have your outside speakers on, flick the switch, and then you've got your outside speakers, or you can have them both running at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have got a fader on the stereo, but for the older people, sometimes they
I don't mind that, so I don't mind the switch. I think that's
it's a little bit more friendly.
Yeah.
User friendly.
And I see the cords come through for the TV here.
Yep. So that all comes
and then you've got
through
your
there.
TV.
And then your TV's there. So that basically you just slide it in. There's two little knobs on there, and you just tension it.
Yep,
so you can put that
nice
in any position that you want.
a certain point, and then that's it.
That locks in. Then obviously you move it in position. And then that sits there.
Oh, that looks good.
It's a temporary bed.
Yeah.
So it's not something that you probably, for a little child or something, you put a nice
Adam.
thicker mattress.
This would be a dusty little dog. That's what we're
Yeah, try setting that up every night for you.
Yeah, no.
It's dusty.
You can sleep on the floor.
And then basically move it back out. And then push your foot on the button.
Oh, look at that, nice and easy.
It'll come up by itself. And basically you can play around with it. Put it like so.
Yep, and there's that little clip there that just to move it around
to
different positions.
That's what swivels it.
Yeah.
Any position you want.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
There's two. You can see there's the blue, and then you've got your lighting. There's actually USB ports in those as well.
You got one either side, and then you got one either side of the bed.
Yeah. And
which is awesome.
You've also got these as well, but they run off 240.
So they're your mains.
Yeah, so they're your main ones. So if you're plugged in, but because you've got the Energize system, you can use those.
Yeah.
But they used to have them mixed before, 12 volt with the 240. But they didn't want electricians who only work with 12 volt mucking around with 240 power points.
Yeah.
So they kind of divided separated it there.
So these the lights ones, they run off the 12 volt.
Your lights one, all your lights do.
Yeah.
So basically, all your lighting, your down lights, they don't take too much power.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the dust reduction system. So basically that's your little tab that drops down. You can see on the inside there, you see the white filter just there?
Yep.
That's your filter that's going to collect your dust and stuff like that. Obviously you can tap it out. You can buy them down the track, so if you have any problems, you know, you find that one's getting old and a bit rickety, you can actually get them. Just to take it out, you've got 2 levers here, and it just drops down, and then you just take them out.
Oh wow.
Just be mindful too, this is actually a little container. Because it's actually a scoop, you may get water in there on heavy days. So basically it runs like a snorkel in your car, similar to it. So the faster you're traveling, the more you're going to compress the area. The less, you're going to get the less. But it's been tested and stuff, so. And that's your little tray where maybe a little bit of water might sit.
So if you have heavy rain, say you're at a caravan park, you're sitting and you have heavy rain, maybe the next day should you just check and empty
Just
it out?
check it, yeah. But it just depends on the direction of the rain too. So being the front, if you're getting rain that's coming on an angle, maybe then you might get a little bit of excess water here.
Yeah.
But it just depends on which angle the rain is, but it's just something to do, something mindful just to check. Takes 2 seconds.
With all these things on the roof, do you know what the height is from ground to the tip of the highest thing on the roof?
Usually it's around that 3.1 metre.
Okay.
But I always tell people about 3.2.
3.2.
But as a rule, I wouldn't go under a bridge under 3.3.
3.3. Okay.
Just to be mindful.
Yeah.
Just it's not worth it.
No.
You know, just for the sake of scraping stuff off the roof, anything that's under 3.3 metres, bridges and stuff like that, 90% of the time they've got alternative routes, truck routes and different things that you can go around. Basically this is magnetised, so that just clips in as so. Your hatches, basically that's your shade there, and then that's for your bugs. You've got your little catch here.
Oh yeah.
And then that drops down and then you lift it up as so. There is a position here that you can have it that locks in on both sides. That way there you're still getting air in the van.
Yeah.
And on those real windy days, you don't want to have that up, just for the fact that if air does catch it, it might rip it off. It just depends on what kind of day it is. And then basically you just clip those back, clip back the other side, drop it down, and then lock it in, and then drop it down there.
And you got one above your bed as well?
Yep.
Same thing.
Yeah, that one runs the same.
You can see the stars at night.
Yep. And then it's got a switch here, so you can turn it off manually if you want. Yep. So basically, yeah, you've got your 2 power points there. One is for your fridge, and one is for your oven.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a gas oven. So you'll have 3 gas burners, and you'll have 1 hot plate.
Yeah.
So that hot plate, you can only use that off main power, but because you've got the Energize system, you can also use that as well. And then you've got your drawers as well. Just be mindful with these handles. Sometimes they can jar.
Yeah.
But it's very simple. You've got 2 little screws on the inside there.
Yep.
Just loosen them up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might have to loosen it or tighten it up, and 95% of the time these just pop out.
Yeah.
So, make sure you hear that click, and just make a thing of going around and checking all of them. They won't come out because they're on sliders. We've got ball bearing sliders. They won't actually come out.
Yeah.
But you don't want them, if that's full,
Yep.
jumping up and down and stuff, it may cause some damage. Yeah, we'll start off here. That's your circuit breaker. So basically just leave it on. You don't need to touch any of that. Here's all your fuses for your Energize system, different parts of the van, your solar and all the rest of that. Basically there's all light in there, so if you have any problems with fuses going off or anything, just always be mindful. If any problem in the van, always check your fuses first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you might get spikes in the caravan park of power and different things happen. So just be mindful. Just check all of that type of stuff first. You've got your 2 switches here. That's for your pump and your hot water service. So basically with that, if you've plugged into a caravan park, you won't need to use any of these. You won't need to use your pump, or you won't need to use your hot water. You'll get it automatically.
Yeah.
That's for your stove, that's for your hot plate. So flick that on and then your stove and everything will work through there. With the hot water and the pump, that's only for when you're off-road camping. So say for instance you want that starting up your pump,
Yeah.
but you don't need that if you're in a caravan park.
Yeah.
Because you got your valves and stuff through the plumbing that will give you enough pressure to run all your stuff. With the hot water service, it's 23 litre hot water service. For the two of you, that's more than enough, like to have a shower, plus, you know, do your dishes and all that type of stuff. Just be mindful, it takes, give or take, probably about 15 minutes
Yeah.
to actually
Warm it up.
to warm it up and stuff. What happens is when the light, you'll see that light and then it will turn off. That means that it's running through gas, but that's only when you're on gas is when you use that.
Yeah.
Here's your tank levels and stuff. So you'll have your 2 fresh and your grey water tank. That will show you the levels of the tanks and stuff. They're about 95% correct. Yeah, I never say that anything's 100% because you're always going to get little deficiencies, little things that happen here and there. But as a basic, you know, overall summary and guide, they're good. Here's your ePro unit. So that will say it's running on 100% there at the moment.
Yep.
So that will give you how much battery. You can see that it's full there. But all this type of stuff, that's your temperature and all that type of stuff. But as a rule, there's your volts. You're on 13.5 now. Just leave it.
Yeah.
You don't need to, you don't need to touch it.
Yeah.
With your inverter, so obviously if you're free camping and stuff, you want 240 power. Now the whole van's running off through the inverter. So you can use all your power points, you can use everything running off that. If you're free camping, if you're at a caravan park, turn it off. You don't, but there's a bypass on it that will bypass it anyway.
Yeah.
But as a rule, just turn it off. But basically, the only things that you should have to touch is if you're free camping,
Turn it on.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the other stuff, it all does it all itself. Two-way fridge, so that when you're plugged in, that will run off power. Because you're on the EnerDrive system, that will also run through the power as well. I find that it runs better on gas. Gas fridges, it seems to work better. I like gas, but it's another one of those arguments. People say compressor fridges, 12-volt fridges are better, but it's just preference. They both do as good a job as each other.
Yeah.
And you'll find with the gas, they don't use a great deal.
Yeah.
And obviously you've got your...
And that just you manually
You
change it.
yeah, you manually turn that on. So you've got there, it's going on at the moment. It's picking up gas. That's your gauge for how much you want it up and down. I never keep mine on chock-a-block, like as high as you can. I find that it just freezes up the freezer too much. I usually keep mine like about four bars. But it depends obviously how hot it is and this and that, but I find that that's more than enough.
And if I'm going to hook the car up, so I need to come manually switch this to the battery symbol.
Exactly, yeah. You can see that it's come on
Yeah.
and it's on gas. But if I did this, it's picked up the power.
Yeah.
So actually at the moment, it's running off it's running off your main cable. But if I remove that cable, it can run through the EnerDrive system as well, because that's a power source. There. So that's all your connections there. So that's the cap. That's what I explained on the outside. They give you, basically this will do one one van,
Yeah.
like one toilet cycle. You've got here on the bottom, but I tend to do it with my feet.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously you open it up and then do your business and stuff, and then you shut, and then obviously flush, and then you shut it. There's a good product that's out on the market. It's a pink spray, so it's almost like a degreaser, if you to put it into anything. So before you go to the toilet, you spray it, and then after you go to the toilet, you spray it. Just puts a nice lining on the
My
toilet.
mum was talking about that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Because you don't want things to stick, and if you get what I mean. The toilet does swivel. It's a ceramic bowl, so it does swivel as well. You find just up on the top here, that will show when it's full.
Okay.
You'll get a little red signal on that.
Yeah.
Your fans up here as well. They've got 2 speeds on them. 2 settings, sorry. So you got one that takes your air out, and then one that pushes air in. What I always suggest is, after you've had a shower, use your exhaust fan and then reverse it.
Yeah.
That way there can just draw. Obviously, if you're free camping, I wouldn't suggest that, just because you're using unnecessary power. But if you had a caravan, just dries up, takes that, that after shower, dries it up a little bit. Your sliding door, you've got a little latch on the back there that comes. While we've used these, we used to use the cabin hooks before, but what we found with the cabin hooks is during transportation, if they were going on corrugated roads, sometimes they're unlatched. This is very important to check before you leave, because you don't want, when you're travelling, because you'll bust all the inside and the door will be damaged, and and it actually, so for instance, you want to use a toilet, you use the cabin hook.
Yeah.
That way there no one can get in, and then vice versa, and then just put the strap on. So this is your line guard here. So literally that's your aerial to give you pick up your signals and stuff. You'll see here on the side there's an actual arrow.
Yeah.
That you have to line up that arrow to be able to drop it and raise it. So at the moment I'm going to lift it up. So that's lifting up the aerial. So that comes up. And you'll feel it start to get hand tight. When it gets hand tight, leave it.
Yeah.
Don't do that extra half a turn, because you bust the inside of it.
Yeah.
You may be lucky you picked up the signal. You may be lucky you haven't. If you haven't, it's basically just a thing of pulling it down and turning it. Turning it like so. You can actually turn it in any position that you want.
Yeah.
And then you'll find that sweet spot where it all comes, where you get your reception from. Basically the same in reverse. Drop it down, line it up with that, and then drop it down.
I find a good tip with these is always look at other people's caravans and which way they've got their antenna pointed,
Just rock up.
because they've already done it,
Yeah.
so they do the work for you.
Yeah, that's a good point. With the DO35, so basically it's a hitch that swivels both sides. I'd suggest not to put stabiliser arms on it, because people still do put stabiliser arms on it, but that's for the old ball hitch.
Yeah.
Then when you're tensioning up the back, you're not allowing that to do its proper job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And basically it's very simple to just open it up so that tongue will go in, drop it down, and then press the button.
Yeah.
So you want to see this tongue at the front. Yeah? But you'll get into a habit of always just checking it. Check it, because you get a bit paranoid about it. And then basically that cover will slot on top. That's your handbrake. Obviously you don't need to know too much about that. Obviously when you're parking up, before you unhitch, put your handbrake on. just so you don't want that sliding of the van to come up. By any chance, this is your trail safe, this is your breakaway system. So if the unfortunate thing happens that it does unhitch, that's going to lock up all your brakes on your van, just to stop it swaying and running down the freeway. If by chance you're on a slope and the van does dishitch, when you unhitch and moves, you can actually pull this pin and it will stop it. But I'd suggest to put that pin straight back in, because otherwise you've got to recalibrate it and all if you leave it out for a certain amount of time. That's your sidewinder there. So that's basically you've got a you've got a little greasing nipple here. I'd just suggest every 6 months just put a little bit in it just to make it slide a little bit better. Your stone guard, nothing really much to say about that. Just with your stone guard, just be careful when you're reversing, because if you lock it up tight, chances are you're going to hit this corner. So just be mindful when you're backing up, not to angle it too much, because you might hit here.
Hopefully the wife's paying attention. She's going to let me know.
This is the toolbox here. So on here you've got that's your generator slider. So you can basically put a Honda tube KVA on it. That will fit that as well. Or if you can use it for any other use if you want. But basically that's what it's designed for. You'll hear it lock. Your keys, they're mounted here.
Okay.
Now if you're looking for them, they'll be mounted here, and then you'll have another set for them as well. Your tunnel boot. Just here. This here, that's your hitch.
That's a hitch,
So, and that's your spanner to stop it from spinning around. You've got your jack there, your wheel brace, your winder for your legs. Just I noticed Alan talking about the drop down leg. Don't use them as jacks. Like basically just put them down in a position, and when it's firm on the ground, just leave it. Because sometimes people use it as a jacking point to try to, but then you'll damage all the inside of it. There's different ways. It's a common thing that everyone discusses, where to actually position the arm. Some people put it straight, some people like them on the angle.
Yeah, it seems that people have it on an angle.
Yeah. I myself, it depends on where it is, in the caravan park or where you are, unstable ground. I prefer it on the angle, but that's my preference. Other people like it straight. I just think as you're walking, if you've got them both on an angle, as you're walking up and down the van, it's kind of, stopping that rocking motion.
If that falls, it'll just drag along the ground. If it's there and falls, it digs in.
So the back one's always that way?
The back, always
I've got a tunnel boot light on the inside here. Yes, the switch. Yeah, the switch has been turned off. That there's got 2 or 3 settings. So basically, it's got a blue light, and then you tap it again, and then you get the strong light that goes through. Here's your down here is your battery boxes. So they basically just swivel and then just lock in. You've got 2 battery boxes here. On all the chassis, I'll just pre-order them with the battery boxes. But because you've got the Enerdrive system, we haven't used these boxes. But I've left them on for you. Yeah. You've got the option of storing some ropes, chains or whatever you want. And there's a lock here, so you can put padlocks on them. That's your outlet where the fumes all come out of and stuff.
For the diesel heater?
Yeah, that's your diesel heater.
Beautiful.
So obviously you don't want to park up anywhere close. Block that in any way. You've got your outside Anderson plug there for the solar panel that we discussed.
Yep.
So basically if you've got a solar blanket or whatever, you can just plug it into there and you'll get the extra solar coming in.
We're going to need that.
Here you've got your water filler. You've got 2 water fillers here. You've separated them. So that way there you can fill up your both tanks separate. So either you can fill that up to fill your front one up, or you can put the other one to fill the back one up. Yeah. It's just preference on how much water you need and how it's going to ride. Just come through this, you call it. That's going to be your job, mate, no doubt.
No, we're trying to convince Laura that's her job.
Huh? Whose job is it, Laura?
Gloves.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do it sometime.
Yeah.
As long as I've got gloves, I'll be fine.
If you got gloves.
I've seen a lot of people at caravan parks grab the end of the hose with their hands.
Oh no.
Yeah, nasty. Basically, this just slides out. So you lift up that tab and it pulls out as so. All your cap and everything's in the inside of the bowl. So with this cap, you'll actually have a measuring, like there's a gauge on it, so how much you need and stuff. There's a lot of different products that are on the market. I found the original blue to be the one that I like. Yeah. But there's eco-friendly ones, there's different ones, different type of perfume, and it's just what preference that you like. So basically, when you're at the caravan park, that slides off as so. You've got an air release button here. So when you go to actually empty it, you have to press this button and then drop it in. Because then it just pressing that button takes all the pressure out of the actual container. And then when you want to wash it, you open that up and then you can wash it and then you drain it as you need it. So that's pretty simple, that one. And just another hint with this, don't have the actual inside of the toilet open and try to pull this out. Yeah. Because it will stuff up all the mechanism on the inside. And yeah, it takes a bit to put it together because yeah, it actually happened to me. So yeah. So make sure that that's always closed. Yeah. Before you take it out. But on the inside of the toilet, there's actually a sensor there with a red mark, with a red light that will go on when the toilet needs emptying. You'll find what suits yourselves, but usually I always try to empty it in the afternoon. That way, there in the middle of the night,
you don't have to.
Yeah, that would be annoying. That's your hot water system. So there will be heat that comes out of there. Basically, you don't have to touch that. That's something you don't have to touch. Here's your inlet for your power. So basically, yeah, that's when you plug your van in at a caravan park, automatically all your van will run off the cable. Yeah. So it will divert off your Enerdrive system and it will go to main power. That there's just the flue. That's for your fridge to let all the hot air and stuff come out of the cabinetry. With your number plate here, these 4 screws, when you get your number plate, take them out and it fits the holes exact of the number plate. Basically, just take it out. If you've got some silicone, I'd advise just to put a little bit in and then re-screw it because it's already been siliconed and you're taking it out, you're removing that excess silicone. That's your spare tyre there. Yep. Just coming over here, this vent that you see there, that's for all your plumbing at the back of your shower. So by chance, if there's any problems with all your connections of the shower and stuff, we can access it just by taking this vent out. We put that in just for a safety reason. Yeah. So if by chance it does leak or any problems, we can get to it. Because yeah, we'd have a real problem getting to all this if we didn't have that vent. That's your safety dash camera at the back. There is a slight adjustment. You'll see 2 screws on the side. There's a slight adjustment in it, but it's not a great deal. So some people like it coming right to the back of the caravan. Me myself, I like it sitting back a little bit, just to see what's coming. With that unit too, there's actually a speaker on it as well. Yes. So you'll be able to...
So I'll hear Laura screaming at
you
me.
will, yeah. I would suggest when you're driving, turn it off. There's a volume there, turn it down. Because all you hear is like a... And it gets really irritating when you actually drive it. Alan, it's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah.
So it's an outdoor shower.
Yeah,
Yep.
outdoor shower. You got hot and cold there.
Yep.
It's a handheld, so you can do what you need to do with that. Here's your power outlet. So if you want to, run some power or anything out of the van, you can do that. 12-volt socket here. Here as well, you got USB.
Okay. Yep.
So that's 12 volt there, and then you've got for your television.
Yep.
So basically, what most people do, they'll lift the picnic table down, connect up your TV, and then they'll sit the TV on the top of the picnic table. You've got 2 marine outdoor speakers, so they're waterproof and stuff. Obviously, the picnic table, open it up. It's got a map of Australia on it.
Oh, cool.
If you want to mark
Start
out where
marking
you're
them
going.
off.
Yeah.
I marked it out. My van, I've marked it out the last 3 years. I haven't gone past the border of Victoria yet.
Oh, gee.
You'll get there.
The door. This is your door here. So basically, to close it, you need to pull it up and then turn it. Oh, sorry. I actually opened it. And then that will lock it. Why I lifted it up, it gives a vacuum on the actual door. So only when you're travelling, you need to lock it. So obviously the dust can't get in, and it gives it a better seal.
Yeah.
But if you're at the caravan parks and stuff, you don't need to do that type of stuff. You got double midgie proof, so on both sides here. You've got screen on the outside, and then you've got it on the inside as well.
That's good.
So you won't have any problems with those midgies and all those type of things coming down. That's your block out. So basically, that just locks in like that. Nothing too hard about that. That just locks in.
And it locks in 3 places?
Oh, it does, yeah.
Yeah.
So you got lock in here, there, it will come up, lock in there, and then there at the top. Yep, that's basically, just pull it in,
Yep.
and then just pull it out. This is your 13-foot awning. Loosen off those little tabs there, those knobs. You got a bracket there, loosen that off. You do that on both sides of the awning. That locks the awning into its position. Okay, open it up. Now it's ready to open up. I have to drop that pin down to the open position, to the roll down, and then it comes out. You see there, yeah, she's just come out. Pull it out. And that comes down to there. It's different positions. You don't have to put it all in this position. Obviously, if it's windy day, you can have it further in, you can have it further out. Just leave that down. Got these little handles here, and that opens it up to your height, to whatever height you want it. So obviously you can open up, match both sides up, but some people actually do have it one side up, one side down. Just for the fact of the water, you can get the water running off. That's not a bad idea to do that. So that's your awning pretty much opened up there. These are your stabiliser arms here. That opens up there. And you'll see on the top, see that little grey position? That will lock in there. So that's locked in. Then you tighten up this. What that does, it stabilises it, so it's not doing this type of stuff on you. Just a handy hint, grab some ropes and secure your awning. I like to do one on either end and then one on your side, just to stop it flapping and stuff. Obviously if it's really windy, keep your awning in a bit. Obviously the higher the awning is, the more wind you're going to get coming up under it. So try to keep it at a normal position. And always drop it down. Don't lift it up too high at the front, because what's going to happen is it's going to rain and all that water's going to go towards your van, and then it's going to run down along the side of your van, and then you're going to course puddle in the middle.
Yep.
Basically, to reverse the process, loosen this tab off again. So loosen that off, grab this, pull it, and then drops down. Just a helpful hint. See how I'm just easing it in? Don't leave it, some people might leave it to that position and then let it bang. That's when you're going to get these snapping and breaking. So just treat them fine.
Yeah.
Basically the same, lock it in, tighten these up, and then you're good to go.
So with the gas bottles, you can't do swap and go?
Not with these ones, because they've changed the regulation
Yep.
on your actual leads. So you'll find that the thread pattern on the swap and go ones won't match up with these ones.
So where would you recommend going?
Oh, you
Something
can
like
go
that.
to most of the outdoor spots, Anaconda, BCF.
And they'll do it, fill it up for you.
Fill it out,
Perfect,
fill it up for
perfect.
you.
So just a little bit of a backstory. Just the other night, Rob rang Adam and came up with this idea to surprise Laura with a sticker to go on the back of their van with 3 Quokkas. Why, you ask? Well, their new van they're picking up is called a Quokka. So he decided that he wanted a sticker that had the 3 Quokkas representing them on the back of their van, and it's saying meet the Quokkas. Now, with a bit of brainstorming between Adam and myself, we come up with the idea to make a tyre wheel cover. So anyway, let's go into the kitchen and check out where Adam is. So now I'm going to interrupt Adam. How's it all going and what have you come up with?
It's coming along. So I've just illustrated 3 Quokkas. And what I'm going to do is scan them in. I've scanned them in already. But add a personal touch to each Quokka to represent Laura, Rob, and their dog Dusty. Put that all together in an image or a layout essentially, and then I'll send them off to the printers to get printed onto the tyre cover, and we should have it within a few days.
All right, so far we've got this. That's
Yes.
our only hint we got, and I can see that flower.
Yep.
I'm taking that represents Laura.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, the frangipani for Laura.
All right, I'll wait. I'll get a surprise when it comes in with you.
Yes.
Well, you'll know what it is, but I won't. All right, so this is what we got. Let's see how it comes back in a few days. It's arrived today, and tomorrow we actually go pick up their van.
Well, we don't, but
Well, we're going to be there.
We're gonna meet
I'm
our
going to be
friends.
filming it.
We're going to meet our friends picking up their van. Their new
Yes, yes. So this is exciting. All that hard work, Adam, putting it together, designing it all. There's Twyla. She's here for the reveal, the box reveal. Hey, Twyla, excited because you're going to be going away with Dusty. We're going to have holidays with Dusty.
camping friend.
New camping friend. Don't teach Dusty how to bark at people. Anyway, here we go. So, haven't seen this yet.
Oh, wow.
Is it good?
Oh, gee.
Oh, oh, that looks so good.
Now, I don't know if I should, I don't really try. Should I open it?
Yeah,
No,
open
it's
it.
actually sealed.
No, you got to open it, Adam. Like,
Oh, it's actually, okay.
here we go. Woo! Meet the Quokkas. Oh, looks so cool. Now, as you already know, Adam's designed our logo as well, so he's quite a genius when it comes to these things. But it just looks so good. All those illustrations just have come to life. It looks so good.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go to bed, and we got to sneak that onto the tyre so she doesn't know, but somehow...
No, she doesn't know that's at all.
No, I know. Well, they know that from our last video, but...
Oh, if it slides on, okay, yeah, and it's just
yeah. Oh, Tyler's scared of it. Look.
It's okay.
Oh, she's scared. Anyway. See, I told you she's scared. Anyway, so we're going to sneak this on without Laura knowing tomorrow because it's a surprise for Laura.
Yeah.
And I think she is just going to be absolutely thrilled with it. Well done, Adam.
Yeah.
Well done.
No, it's good. No, they're great friends and they're definitely worth it. So.
Yep.
One of you guys did it, didn't you?
Adam.
Yeah, I thought.
All right, here we go. Come on over.
Oh, oh, that's so cute.
What do you think?
Oh my god. Did Adam
Now you know where the money went, don't
She thought I was gambling or doing something. I was like,
I was like, are you gambling or something?
what do you think, Mary?
Oh, it's so cute. Oh my
Our
god.
little Dusty.
Did you make it up?
We just got a little tag put on him.
Oh,
It's
thank
exactly
you.
like that.
Oh, it's so cute.
Did a good job. Do you like it? Do you like your hair flower?
Yeah, yeah.
There's a bit of personality to each of them.
Yeah.
Can you spot the?
Can you
We got Melbourne hat and
Yeah.
Dusty tag.
And for you,
my
yours is a
little,
frangipani.
frangipani. Oh, it's cute. I could cry.
Everyone who buys the Quokka that I want one.
Adam,
true.
That's right. Give him Adam's number.
Adam's the one. Give me my number.
you could do real bad. Like, combine them, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you my number.
Give him Adam's
so
number.
cute.
And yeah.
Oh my
That looks
god.
awesome, Adam.
Like it?
Well
Yeah, I
done.
love
That's
it.
fantastic. Yeah, I love it. It's definitely.
I love the colour. Yeah. Oh, that's so cute.
It's
oh my
when you
god.
showed me the
Yeah, I'm
showed
crying because it's so
showed me the
cute.
picture.
Yeah.
It's like, oh wow, that looks awesome. But now I'm actually seeing it. Jeez,
Yeah.
that looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my
Good
god,
job,
so
Adam.
cute.
We'll straighten it up, but yeah.
This is now your new side hustle, I think.
Yeah.
I see that too.
That's
Yeah.
a decent.
So contact us through social media to get Adam to design you one of
Wheel
these.
cover for your caravan
Yes.
or your off-road vehicle. Contact
Stickers.
us through King Dina's Adventures.
Yeah, contact us through King Dino Adventures and we can contact you and
Yeah.
work it out if you want one of these. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So Rob's just reversed his ute up to connect up. You gonna be right to do it, Rob? Feeling confident?
No. I need help.
Yeah. So this is the first time Rob's gonna be, well, first time you're cranking that crank, but
First time ever. Yeah.
but you're gonna be hooking it up to the back of your ute. There's a little pin there. And got to get this in line so it all matches up. And then they're off, hey Adam? Pretty exciting, hey? We're going to have our friends camping with us. Up, and they're ready to go.
Thanks, Dean. Thanks.
No worries.
Thanks.
Take it easy.
Okay.
Look at these guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
A little something. It's a little something from us. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Just quickly get the present out. This is the video.
Just running late.
Oh, no. Gotta go. Gotta go because we're running late.
Oh,
There you go.
oh, very cute.
All right.
Oh, thank
See you later, guys. Good luck. Take it easy. What a fantastic job Adam did with that wheel cover, and congratulations to Laura and Rob on their brand new van. Now, if you're interested in one of those wheel covers or a logo, make sure you just message us down below and we can get in contact with you. Otherwise, you can contact us on our Instagram page at KingDinos_adventures, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Now, Also, if you're new to the channel and you've just discovered us through this episode, we have a new episode out every Sunday at 5 p.m. Sometimes we even have an extra episode on a Wednesday at 3 p.m. So make sure you do like and subscribe and tell all your friends about us. We have so many amazing adventures coming up, and especially with these guys, we're going to have a ball with this new van. So anyway, make sure you stay safe this week. Have a good week, and we will see you next Sunday at 5 p.m. See you guys.